Pokemon has plenty of talented people in its fan base. Joining me today is a music artist best known for her Pokemon remixes. She has been doing them since 2011, has gained over 350,000 subscribers on YouTube, and has collaborated with the official Pokemon company. Please welcome GlitchxCity. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm doing pretty good.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. Now, let's talk about what inspired you to make Pokemon music remixes and upload them to YouTube.
Oh man. So I'll probably give you like the short in version, but I've definitely been on YouTube since like the beginning, I would say. I was definitely in middle school when YouTube launched. My first video I ever watched was some Naruto anime music video. I'm like, whoa, there's videos on the internet. That's really cool. And so I was just watching anime music videos the entire time, but then I started discovering Pokemon videos. I'm like, wait, I like Pokemon. Wait, what? And then there was this channel called Poke Remix Studio, and he was uploading a lot of Pokemon remixes back in the days. So a lot of techno, early EDM. So think of like early Dead Mouse in a way, and a lot of drum and bass. And I was like, that's really cool. But I didn't really have a channel to really, go off on that. But as I was studying through middle school and early high school, I would listen to his Pokemon remixes. And when I think it was around maybe Heart Gold Soul Silver time when they started releasing trailers online. And I'm like, oh man, I want to create a video response to someone because back then YouTube had video responses and it was a whole thing. And the channel I had back then, when I tried to make a video response, this is when YouTube and Google merged. And so a lot of copyright strikes were given out. And so that channel got struck down as soon as I sent out my video response to a channel I really liked. I'm like, no, no. And then I wanted to make a new YouTube channel, but I'm like, wait, I want to actually upload videos through this channel and I want to center it around Pokemon, but I didn't know how to express it. And so I think I did a lot of trial and error. And then when I finally landed on Pokemon remixes, it was just something that to try out because I saw another channel do it. And I guess it just stuck. And I loved doing it while I was in high school. So come home from high school, go online, go onto like the Pokemon community forums back in the day. And yeah, it was just like out of curiosity and out of something to do for fun after school.
Yeah, now you recently just shared online actually that you have been on YouTube for 15 years now, right?
Yes, yes, basically half of my life.
That is awesome. Now, why is Pokemon such a special franchise to you?
I think it really stems from childhood. When I was 5, just about to enter kindergarten. My parents moved to the suburbs, and it was just a whole new area. My parents worked at the time, and so they put me in daycare during the summertime. And there was, a bunch of other kids, a lot of bigger kids, and they would bring out the CRTV and pop in a VHS, for something for us to watch after recess. And it was Pokemon episodes. My very first episode of Pokemon was it was in the Indigo League and it was a filler episode, mind you. And it was a giant Gengar, which because of that episode, I now have a irrational fear of Gengar, which is my least favorite Pokemon, versus Alakazam. And I loved the episode, but hated the episode at the same time. I loved the opening theme, did not like the giant Pokemon, loved the Poke Rap at the end, and then they would play more of the episodes. And when school actually started, Pokemania was a thing. And then I would come home, tell my parents about it. Kids WB would play Pokemon. Like, it's like you had to be there. So I was there when Pokemania was a thing, and it kind of stuck. And I stuck with that love for Pokemon through the rough years of middle school and then the rough early years of high school. I would try to hide that I would like Pokemon because back then kids would make fun of you for it. But I think around like junior, senior year of high school, I just finally owned the love for Pokemon. They're like, wait, that's actually cool. I'm like, yeah. Now you fast forward to now and everyone loves Pokemon. I'm like, man, I used to get bullied for this. Now look at us.
Yeah, I mean, well, let's fast forward to now. You're talking about you went from being bullied for, liking Pokemon to now you've worked with the official Pokemon company a few times now. What has that been like from being a fan to now working with the company?
I mean, it's definitely been incredible because I would say like roughly like maybe 10 plus years ago, um the just having a game company that you look up to, love their games work with YouTubers at the time was just unheard of. And we're like, whoa. And now fast forward to now where they're actively trying to connect with the community. I'm like, whoa, whoa, that's really cool. So it's just been, as a creator, I love doing what I'm doing. I haven't really I don't know, the feeling is surreal. It is very surreal. It's just, I would say a little bit of a sense of pride, because it's not just me, but other creators as well that they've worked with. And I'm like, we've definitely come a long way as a community to have them have interest in what we do in sharing our love for Pokemon in different ways.
Yeah. Now, speaking about your love of Pokemon, can you tell us what is your favorite Pokemon? We know you don't like Gengar, so
So right here on my microphone, I have a plush of Dragonair, and that is my all-time favorite Pokemon. And then back over here is Chikorita. I love the Chikorita line, so Chikorita, Bayleaf, and Meganium, because that was my very first starter. So Dragonair and just the Chikorita line, all-time favorites.
that's awesome. Well, Glitch, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me on.
If you want to listen to Glitch's music, you can find it on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, and Apple Music. You can also follow her on Blue Sky, Instagram, Twitter, and watch her stream live on Twitch.